Hello everyone and welcome to the Mayor's Youth Council Talk Show. Today we have our guest Lydia who will be talking to us about how to be green in our Farmington Hills area. Now I'm going to pass it off to Reese who will be our host for our talk show today.
Thanks, Vina. So I'm Reese for Mayor's Youth Council. Let's get right into the questions. So what is your job in the city?
Well, officially, I'm the Energy Price Coordinator for the City of Farmington Hills, but I also help facilitate a citywide sustainability program here.
That's cool. So why is recycling and green issues important to you?
I think green issues are important because they remind us that we're part of something bigger. A lot of green issues and environmental issues don't just affect the environment, they also affect communities and economies. They affect us at home, they affect us at work. So I think focusing on them really brings a lot of issues within society together. And recycling is one of those issues that you can easily do at home. Your city has a concentrated effort to, pick it up every single week. So it's one of those easy things. So I think recycling is important.
Like every vote counts.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, so tell us more about the Sustainable Farmington Hills program and when did it all begin? When and how?
So the Sustainable Farmington Hills program is a citywide environmental program. We also collaborate with the city of Farmington. A lot of our residents are pretty fluid, moving within the community. But the program evolved back in 2007, 2008 when City Hall was revitalized. So we have a LEED Gold certified City Hall, a lot of really cool sustainable measures there, and educational components too. We offer tours that people can walk through and see all the really cool stuff we've got going on. But that's kind of when it all started. And from there it's become a STEM program, it's become a recycling program. We've gone into the Georgetown University Energy Prize competition. And it's just become a really solid environmental movement within our community.
So speaking of the Energy Prize, tell us more about that and the community's participation in that.
So the Energy Prize, the Georgetown University Energy Prize, put on by Georgetown University, was started back in 2013 is when we first kind of entered into it, and in 2015 we were chosen as one of the semifinalists, and it's coming to a close actually December 31st of this year, so we're having a final push for it. But it's basically a competition to get communities across the U.S. There are 50 actually, and Farmington and Farmington Hills are two of them that are competing, and whoever or whichever community reduces their energy use by the highest margin and proves that they're the most innovative can take home a $5 million grant.
So how does a community win the $5 million?
They have to reduce their energy use first, so that's on both the electricity side and the natural gas side because we are a dual utility community. But then further from that, if we get into the top 10 in 2017, we then qualify for that $5 million grant. But then we have to prove how innovative and creative we were in getting our residents to reduce that energy use. And if we can do that, then that's how we take it home.
Wow, that is a lot of money. All right. So if we did win the $5 million prize, what would you like to see done with the money, and what environmental or sustainable projects and programs would you want to see happen with this community?
We did a community value survey a little bit ago, and one of the top things that people wanted to see was renewable energy, bike paths, sidewalks, more parks. They also wanted to see STEM programming and environmental education efforts, and then also some low-income assistant programming for residents who maybe can't afford their bill that month. And I mean, I like those top 4 things. I would love to see that put into our community. Right now we're doing some research with solar. We've got a great STEM program coming out of the Nature Center. I'd love to see that built up more. And with bike paths, sidewalks, parks, I want to see more of those. I want to see our community connected through our greenways. But how about you? What would you like to see? Say we won the $5 million, what would you say?
Sidewalks, more sidewalks, because on my way to school we don't have sidewalks. We're just walking on the side of the street, which I think is an extra factor of danger. But I'm sure they could do things like that. I mean, new parks, new stuff like that, because some of the parks that I went to when I was younger, they've been the same. They haven't changed at all. So what are some of the ways that residents can participate?
So easiest thing you can do is go home and turn off a light bulb when you leave a room. Take a shorter shower. Turn off the water when you brush your teeth. Just simple things that are within your everyday tasks, you can do things to save energy. You don't need to call us up on the phone and say, hey, I did this, or hey, I have an Energy Star refrigerator, or anything like that. If you're doing it, it's being documented, and we're sending that data to Georgetown, and we could win the prize because of your efforts. Some of the maybe bigger things you could do, both of our utilities, Consumers Energy and DTE Energy, have free energy efficiency programs that any resident can call up and take advantage of. Any DTE or Consumers customer can take advantage of as well. So those are some easy things that are free, low cost, and not a lot of time to do that you can do.
Well, that sounds awesome. I think we have a question from our audience. So
That's right. We have a question from Justin Baker, a member of our MYC Youth Council. So, Justin?
Where can we find more information about the Georgetown competition?
Absolutely. We have a sustainable website, www.sustainablefh.com. You can get to it from our regular city website. You can also go to Georgetown's website, guep.org, and they have the dashboard that shows, where all the communities rank. It shows different community initiatives that they've highlighted, different innovative things that each community is doing. So I would say first start at our own website, the sustainability website, and then go to Georgetown for more information. Yeah.
All right, so let's get right back into the next question. So Farmington Hills City Hall is LEED certified. What does that mean?
So it's LEED Gold certified.
LEED Gold, yes.
Yes, and there's a couple levels. You can be LEED certified, then you can be silver, gold, and then platinum is the highest. So we went for gold, and basically it's a rating system that's applied to buildings, homes, even neighborhoods, and it has to take into account different sustainability measures. So you could have a geothermal solar system put in place, which we do at City Hall. You could have LED lighting. You could make sure that you don't compromise the integrity of the natural landscape. So we have rain gardens and different things like that out there. Also like impervious pavement for stormwater management. It just accounts for a lot of different things, and it's basically just a rating system that gives you a little bit of bragging rights out there in the building world. There are only a few other registered LEED buildings within the community, so City Hall is pretty special.
Tell us about the new Simple Recycling program.
Yeah, so Simple Recycling is a free service that Simple Recycling, the company, put in place within our community, and also in Farmington. So if you're a Farmington or Farmington Hills resident, you've got it. Basically, you can recycle clothing, other household items, anything that you might not donate, you might put in this bag, but they also take items that are resaleable or donatable, and they do put those to communities that might need them, or even thrift stores. They sell those different parts to different companies that might use them to produce recycled materials for the automotive industry or insulation companies. So they do a lot of cool stuff, and basically it's a green bag that you put out on your regular recycling and trash pickup day, and you fill it up. If they take it, they replace it with a new bag, so you're good to go the next time.
And then that counts towards the Georgetown prize?
It doesn't specifically count since it doesn't directly associate to energy use, but recycling does reduce energy use. So like we were talking about with green issues, they're all connected. So when you do one thing like recycling, you're also saving energy, you're saving water, you're saving resources, you're saving money. So everything's connected. So when you recycle, you're also saving energy. However, it's not counting, it's still a great thing to do.
It sounds like that. I think we have another audience question.
Yes, we have a question from Ishita Shah.
So where do you get the bags for recycling?
So the Simple Recycling bags, each resident was given a bunch of them from Simple Recycling initially. If you have one and you put it out at the curb to get collected, it will be replaced with a new one right on top of your trash bin. So yeah, so you can get them pretty easily.
All right, so what can we do to help the environment?
So you guys as youth or just as community members in general, everybody? So as youth members, you guys can get involved with your green teams for sure and start to really solidify them and grow them within your schools, because I think right there with the education component, you guys are going to be able to teach your classmates and your peers what it means to be an environmentalist, and take that with you, throughout your career, throughout your professional life, your adult life, and even possibly teach your kids that later in life. As an environmentalist in general, you can do different things like manage your diet. You can do different things like turning off the lights and saving energy. You can be resource conservative, reduce, reuse, recycle. You can be water conservative, take shorter showers. help the watershed by planting native plants and different things like that. But I would suggest doing one thing at a time. Don't think that you have to drive an electric car and be a vegan and also turn off all your lights at 5 p.m. because it got dark and never take a shower. You can do one or two things every single day that help the environment, and you're just reducing your environmental impact that way.
All right, so how can youth find out what the city is doing in its green efforts?
So you can go to sustainablefh.com. It's our hub for all things sustainability within the community. You can check out different websites like the Department of Energy, the Environmental Protection Agency has a great website, Energy Star has another great website. There's just a lot of resources out there, but I would say start at sustainablefh.com. That's our hub, and we'll link you to more information everywhere else too.
All right, so you brought up an earlier point about recycling programs in school. So I just want to make a comment about that. I know in my school last year we had a green team, which I think that's what it was called. But we had it the year before, and I think we might have it in my school now. Yeah. But they would go around and they would collect the recycling every day. And I have a question about that. Would that count towards the Georgetown too if it was school stuff being recycled?
Green team efforts are definitely counted. So if we made it to the top 10 in 2017 and we can say that our green teams are doing all this stuff and that they're super solid and they're leading an effort, grassroots within our youth population, we can definitely tell Georgetown that. So continue your green team efforts in whatever you're doing. Absolutely.
Sure. On behalf of the Mayor's Youth Council, I'd like to thank you for viewing. I'd like to thank Lydia for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll take it to Vina.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today on the Mayor's Youth Council Talk Show. If you have any questions about Mayor's Youth Council or where you can find us, you can look us up on the Farmington Hills website under commissions. Thank you.